I read it in the forum. There was some random dude who wrote an article about dating somebody, asking the girl out while he was on the job. This made me think that many guys are so delusional, because this guy was 26 going on 30, and he started to talk to an 18-year-old who was on a trip with her mother. Her mother took her on the trip, paid for everything, right? And why is it that just because her and her mother was talking to him in nice tones, that he just regularly assumed that the little girl really had a crush on him and wanted him? He ended up handing her a phone number when both the mother and the daughter was talking to him just like a regular talk, regular everyday talk. The sparkle in the girl's eye was just a sparkle in the girl's eye, but for some reason he thought that he could take it further, and he talked as if he was trying to get a date with the girl and shoot his shot. Well, there were so many in the comments back to him saying that, oh yeah, I hope that she texts you. I hope she contacts you back. And when one or two comments were the opposite, saying that that you came off creepy, even though you didn't mean to come off creepy, then people was doing downvotes on it. And they were very delusional, thinking that an 18-year-old would want a 26 to 30-year-old man who was one of those introduction agents at a museum. His job was to present all the things in the museum to people, but afterwards they were talking. They were talking afterwards because these people were on vacation as a family, and they decided to ask the museum person questions. And he took it personal as if they were trying to hit on him. He also said that the mom was somewhat nice looking, but the girl was stunning. Now, these dudes, especially in the real pill, they will say, oh, these women hit the wall and all kinds of things in their 20s, right? But they expect to not be seen as creepy and old when they're 26 and the girl is 18. When that most times that is the case. And this 18-year-old girl, I can bet you that she's seen him as an older guy who was nice to her. A nice girl that's like, hey, kiddo, all right. Yes, you know a lot about this kind of subject, kiddo. And this is how I bet that she saw him. But instead of keeping in reality and seeing that she was 10 times younger than him and she wants nothing to do with him relationship-wise and everything to do with platonic, and really probably thought that he would be a good catch for her mother, he sees her as someone that can get with him and leave the mother out of it, that the mother was in agreement with it. But that wasn't even the case. See, somebody looking at this from a sane perspective, anyone could see that that girl has nothing to do with him. He was just some grown man, like a teacher. He was like a teacher. Not a teacher that does illegal things and touch their students. But I'm saying like a teacher that's probably knowledgeable, mature, and is nice enough to talk to them as a friend. Not someone who is shooting their shot. He gave them his card, but it had a bunch of other numbers on there, which does not alert them to see him as anything but some person like a teacher that they could get in touch with when they come into town and have a good view of the museum, but not as somebody to have a romantic affair with. He claims that he was in a long-term relationship and had just broken up 2 months ago, which means he hasn't been in a relationship for much longer, but he was getting kind of down on himself because he wasn't getting any play, and he decided to try to get some play from somebody who visited his job in order to go on vacation that had nothing to do with anything romantic. See, he, like maybe a lot of other guys, are very delusional. And he was much older than her. And I could say, as a girl, there was a 30-year-old who really liked me and I was 20. I thought this dude was creepy. I didn't care if he had a good pair of shoes. I didn't care if he dressed nice. I don't care if his hair was curly. I don't care if he was clean cut. Dude. I don't care if he's tall. That didn't matter to me. I thought it was creepy that he liked me in that way. Because he was too old for me. Well, that girl would have thought the same. Well, this dude gave her his number. And she hasn't called him yet. So, she gave him his number on a Saturday. And she hasn't called him yet. I wonder why. So, ladies, it's best to watch out when there is a trip that you're going out with your daughter and you, and the man tries to get at you or try to give both of your affirmations, even if it seems like it's on a platonic level, because what they're really doing is trying to shoot their shot at your daughter and not you. They'd rather go for the youngest choice than someone who is probably going to be the same age as them or younger. So hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your husband, because they're coming for them all.
To London to live with Mr. Rahman, who was nearly double her age. In court, his wife's dead body. Aminan Rahman aged his son, while pulling a suitcase containing his wife's dead body. Days later on the riverbank, Rahman had strangled Begum to death in front of their children after discovering her affair with another man. Ms. Begum had undergone an Islamic marriage over the phone in 2019 when Rahman was in London and she was in Bangladesh. She then moved over to London to live with Mr. Rahman, who was nearly double her age. In court,
Man up, Muse. Ciao.